All right, so here are 7 tips to help you stay motivated when it comes to making money online. My name is Sam Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate, and if you're trying to build a passive income online business from the comfort of your living room sofa, this is the channel for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and then tick that bell icon so that you're notified of any videos that I release when I release them. All right, so working from home has its own unique set of challenges. One of the big ones is staying motivated. So in this video, I'm going to share some of the tips that I've learned over the years that help me amp up my motivation on a day-to-day basis. So without further ado, let's jump right on in. Here we go. All right, Deadbeat. So in this video, I want to bust the myth about motivation and give you some tips that will hopefully help you boost your day-to-day motivation when it comes to making money online. All right, so the myth that I want to bust is that beginners think that experienced online entrepreneurs wake up every day like, heck yeah, time to build the business, yeah, baby. Actually, I wake up more often than not like, now I gotta make videos and write content and send emails. Like, I don't want to sit in front of my computer all day and do this boring stuff, but it comes with trade-offs. There's so much money to be made online that you kind of overlook those negatives to get it. All right, so tip number one here is this. When you're just starting out with making money online, you're in this kind of like euphoric high motivation state. So M is like max motivation. Beginners come in the first month or so, you're just kind of at this peak. You're kind of seduced with the idea of working from home, making all this money. So you're at this peak motivation state. Like, who wouldn't be amped up to make money online and get rich and not have to, go to work and drive and do all that, annoying, boring stuff? So no matter what, you're gonna be at this top peak. Now, after about 2 months in, this is when motivation starts to plummet. So this is when I start getting the comments from people like, oh God, I'm getting demotivated. Like, I don't wanna do anything every day. So first thing you gotta realize is this is normal. So if you're experiencing this right now, this is 100% normal. I went through this too. So there are some things that you're gonna need to do in order to kind of recuperate your motivated state slowly but surely on a day-to-day basis. So this is just like a euphoric emotion. It goes away quick. So here are the tips that I recommend that you do. This helped a lot for me. Some of these can help instantly. Some of these take longer to do. So tip number one, I do this every single day when I wake up in the afternoon, and that is I go to YouTube and I type into YouTube motivation. So people that I like are Les Brown, Eric Thomas, and Jim Rohn. So mostly those are the main 3 speakers here. But you have a lot of celebrities and stuff like The Rock is always on here, Matthew McConaughey. I also like TD Jakes. All these guys kind of really help me pump myself up, get to that peak state in the morning. So I totally recommend this. If you're not doing this, you are really missing out. So do this 20 minutes. It's very important that you do this right in the morning. So don't put like any extra space in there. That first 20 minutes as soon as you wake up makes all the difference. All right, so that's tip number one. Tip number 2 is build routine and discipline. So when you're coming in off this peak state here, this is when you want to start developing their good habits. And I've stressed this a lot in my videos because it's so important. You have to focus on building good habits if you want to obtain your dreams. The reason why most people don't obtain their dreams is because they spend too much time doing things that can really drag them down. So what I think that you should focus on, I've said this a lot, is focus on doing that one activity that day right when you're at this peak state. So you don't have to go all in, ball out 8 hours a day. Just focus on building 1 to 2 hours a day of action-taking activities like creating a video, writing an article, doing research that can help you get the edge, but don't get too caught up in the research stage. Those are the things that will help you move forward. All right, so that's tip number 2. I know that's not very actionable, but you have to, where I'm going with this is that routine and discipline is what gets you through these moments where you're not really amped up to do stuff. Like, there's totally times when you can be like down here in the morale department. Your routine and discipline is what's going to get you through these little moments here. Tip number 3 is that you have to fine tune your life. You have to literally tune up your life for max performance. So you have to get a good night's sleep. You have to get good nutrition. Nutrition goes a long way. So if you have a little extra money, and it's honestly like to invest in good nutrition, it's really just spending a little bit of extra time. This is going to give you that extra energy you need to stay motivated. So Good night's sleep, good nutrition, and kicking out the bad habits. I know I talk about this a lot, but it's so important. I know this from firsthand experience. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and I'm telling you, when I was doing those bad habits, I was eating like crap, drinking, smoking, smoking weed. Go figure. It's really hard to have a successful business when you do this, and I'm gonna say it's impossible to do it. Now, people are gonna argue like, yeah, Joe Rogan's all about smoking pot, but I'm gonna say that if you're smoking pot and you're drinking, you're not at your peak performance. And if you want to obtain your dreams, you have to be running at peak performance. It's just the way it is. Tip number 4 is, I do this a lot. It really does help. Do not underestimate this. Get one of these little notebooks here and write your goals on a daily basis. So I wake up either the night before the day or the day of, and I say, here are my goals for the day. I also have a monthly goal, so that can be increase my, let's say, if I want to go from 100,000 to 120,000 in a month, that'll be my goal. Now, so you want to stretch a little bit, and you'd be surprised if you map this out time and time again. When I do this, I literally reach those goals almost every single time. Now, it's a weird thing. Like, your mind has a way of, if you write the things down, it sets a target. And it's weird because your subconscious brain has a way of getting you to that end goal here. So doing that really does increase your motivation, especially when you start seeing results. But that will help you push through these down periods as well. So I guess this is a ways to get out of these ruts here. Tip number 5 is nighttime meditation. Very, very important. I'm not talking about like positive affirmation type things. I'm talking about meditate and try to recreate the feelings or create the feelings of how you're going to feel when you obtain that end goal. So if your end goal is up here to be, let's just say you want to make $1 million. How's it, and not only make $1 million, you want a tangible goal to quit your job and be a millionaire. How's it going to feel? What are those emotions that you're going to feel? Try to simulate those emotions in your head, how it will be. So do this when you're in that rut. Even when I'm not, I do this too when I'm at night. Now, you can't be perfect. You're not going to do it every night. But this really does help tune your subconscious mind to get that goal. It's freaking nuts. It sounds like guru mumbo jumbo. Try this for just a week, and I guarantee you one day you're going to wake up and be like, man, that shit works, man. That's weird, but it works. All right, tip number 6 is focus on the process. Focus on learning new things, getting new skills. Those are nice temporary benchmarks that help you stay motivated. I'll tell you what, I lose motivation when I'm not constantly learning. So I constantly try to learn at least one thing per day. It just makes me wake up and feel good about my business, because I'm like, oh, I learned a new tip today. I can't wait to implement that. Like for me right now, the new skill that I'm learning is auto webinars. If you're a beginner, don't worry about this. Auto webinars are kind of intermediate to advanced. I'm learning auto webinars now. So I wake up today like, yeah, I can't wait to learn the next thing about auto webinars. All right, tip number 7 is think about the people who told you that you couldn't do it, that you were worthless, that you were just not as good as them. I like to have 2 types of motivations. The goal that I'm reaching for, and like the lion that's chasing me from behind, or like the predator that's chasing me. I don't know what the hell this is. Here's my little predator here, whatever this thing is here. I like to pretend this is the thing bite me on the butt. So here I am. I'm trying to move up the thing. I usually, in my mind, I create this, the carrot on the stick, which is at the end, and I think about all the people that are chasing me from behind. So these are all the people that told me that I was worthless, that I wouldn't make, I wouldn't be successful, that I was dumb. I recreate how it felt when those people did those bad things to me, and I use that as motivation to make sure that they never catch me. All right, tip number 8 is realize that you have to develop what I call the self-employed mindset. So all of your problems that you have to take responsibility for them. Even if you were victimized, even if you were, some people did bad things for you, unless it's something like completely like heinous. But let's just say, for example, you used to hang around the wrong crowd and they did things to sabotage your success. You knew when you hung around those people. You made the decision that you wanted to have fun, you wanted to be part of the group, and you wanted to partake in all the things that they get to enjoy at that time. You made that decision to go in that group. So, and as part of that, you saw the red flags that those people could potentially sabotage your success. I know this, I'm speaking from experience here. I experienced all of this. There are people in those types of groups that literally went out of their way to try to destroy my future. People do that, especially when you're trying to break out and be successful. But in the end of the day, you made those decisions to hang out with them. So you have to, everything in life is a part of the business owner. Every negative thing, every positive thing is all because of your actions. And that's, no one else is responsible for anything. No one's going to get you out of the situation that you're in. You are your only solution. So you have to start developing that mindset. It's not like you're going to flip this on one day and just like, yeah, well, I'm responsible for everything. This is something that happens over time, and this is part of the routine. You have to build this in. And the reason why this has to do with motivation is that when you realize that you're in control of everything, you start to become a lot more motivated to take control. So people will take away your motivation by doing things to you, but by doing bad things to you, it really does sap your motivation. But if you start taking responsibility with the people that you hang around, all that, you start to realize that you're actually in control of your destiny. And once that starts to seep down into your core, your motivation starts to match that. Tip number 9, this really helps me going when I'm in the pit here. I call this being in the motivational pit. When you're completely demoralized, there are going to come times, especially when no one's on your side, like that happens. It's part of being an entrepreneur. There are going to be these down periods where you want to give up, especially when everyone's telling you you're wasting your time. That's going to happen. I always try to think, like, what if I am just a few feet away from the gold? And I'll tell you what, during those periods where I was about to give up, I was always literally just a few feet away from the gold, and the gold followed afterwards. So this is likely, the more likelihood than not is that you are literally 3 feet away from the gold. And I try to remember that at every turn. When I'm really in that rut, I say, what if I'm a few feet away from the gold? So that keeps me really going, especially in those down periods. All right, so those are just what helped me. Now, if you haven't started your affiliate marketing business, use this peak. If you're at the peak here in that first 2-3 months, start today. So if you want to start, I do have a free guide that you can access. You can get that at deadbeatuniversity.com/guide. This shows you step-by-step everything you need to know to start an affiliate marketing business and potentially earn passive income in your sleep starting today. All right, so you're obviously going to have to put some stuff into action, but if you start today, piece by piece, in a quicker time that you may realize, you can have your own affiliate marketing business starting up from scratch. So it's deadbeatuniversity.com/guide. Doesn't matter your experience, your work ethic. This is where you want to start. Link below, or deadbeatuniversity.com/guide. All right, with all that said, my name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that circle subscribe button right here. Also, share this video with your friends. Comment below if you have any questions for me, and hit the like button. Give me that YouTube loving. I appreciate all you deadbeats out there in deadbeat land. My name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate, and I'll see you deadbeats later.